So if you remember in the beginning of the video, I was talking about something. Like now you can see it is totally clear, like there is no oil at all at this small panel on this clear glass. So when the oil is clean, you can visibly see this one. But for now it is totally empty because I have just drained all the oil. And on top here, so this is a place whereby the oil filter, it has to fit. And you can clearly see down here. So this is the oil filter which I just removed from the motorcycle, and this is the new oil filter which I'm going to replace. Comparison. You can see these clear papers here, they look nice and clean, but on this which has been used, you can clearly see they are not clean. So by recommendation, this oil which I'm going to use, this one is suggested to be used for every after 1,000 kilometers. So every after 1,000 kilometers, you have to change the oil. If you don't change the oil on time, the oil's viscosity is going to get low, and the oil is going to start to get burned from the engine. Because this motorcycle, it uses this system called wet sump for sucking the oil. So the oil is being sucked from the oil pan down here up direct to the engine on the top here, whereby the oil acts as a lubricant but also acts as a cooling mechanism on this oil. Even though this bike is air cooled, but also the oil, to some extent, it helps to cool down the engine. So now I'm going to take this new oil filter and then I'm gonna place nice and easy on the top. So this side, which shows there is this little spring, and also there is a small marker, this blue marker here, it has to align with this marker here. I don't know if you can see clearly. So there is a small popping marker, this is small popping marker here. So this one, it has to align in there. So you can do like this. I think now it's well aligned. And then the spring, it has to go in there. As you can see, let me see. Do you see this rubber thing here? This rubber part. So this rubber part, it has to go that way. So this is how you fit the oil filter. And there, so it has to line there. As you can see, this blue marker, it aligns in here. So this is a small indication that the oil filter is well fitted. You can see here. And then you can take this cover. Do you see this cover? It has some oil on top of it. You just drain this oil. So if you see some dirt in there, you can use your petrol or gasoline used to, and then you can just clean it a little bit. As you see, it's nice, it's cleaning well. You see? Now it's well cleaned. So from here, you can see all of these three markers. You see this marker in here. This marker, it has to align with this top cover as well. It has to align in there. That's how it fits. So this part is going to hold this spring on the top, like that one. Nice and easy. After that, you can take your 3 bolts, which we removed in the beginning. You can start pressing it back one by one. another bolt, and then the third bolt. So you may feel some of the resistance because of the spring, but just make sure you hold it and then you screw it evenly, so that you find that these bolts are well distributed, so that they won't get loosey. After ensuring that it is well being secured, now you can take any spanner you have, but make sure it is 8 millimeters, and then you can tighten it well so that it holds, to avoid any leakage of the oil. And then you have to secure it on all parts. Anyway, so guys, you may find some difficulty when doing this, especially if you're changing the oil as well as if you are recording, but take your time and everything will be okay. After making sure that it is well tight, remember even this one, don't tie it too much. Make sure you tie it to the extent whereby it will be easy for removing on the next oil change. So after that, if you are sure that you have well tightened this one, what you have to do is to place your oil catcher down here so that no oil spills. But also you can take your oil and then you can take your oil and you have to open this one or the top cover. It might be a little bit difficult, but take your time. This one is sealed, so it's a little bit difficult. So after some struggles, I